Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astutara Satassimali Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Sesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astutara Satassimali Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Gauri Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridasa Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Ko Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shama Kum Radha Kunda Giri Garodhan Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Ganges Mai Ki Jai. Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samabhekta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gauda Premanandi. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories to Shishi Guru Sri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna Prita Bhutala Samati Bhati Chita Shanti Mr. Krishna Parashitana Gaura Karuna Shakti Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshul Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhishta Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rūpa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Bandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Sri Rūpam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Sapadutam Padijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Pisakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Lila Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prisavana Suti Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sandhyayevacha patitanam pavanavyo vaishnavyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada Ki Shri Bhakti Prema Bhakti Candrika Ki Jai. Sanātana Das Thakur Ki Jai. The glories of Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanātana Gosvāmīs. Jaya Sanātana Rūpa Prema Bhakti rasa kūpa yugala ujjvala rasa tanu yāhāra prasāde loka pāsarilo dukkha śoka prakat kalapa taru janu. All glories to Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanātana Gosvāmīs, who are the reservoirs of loving devotional service, being the personifications of the highest transcendental Mellows, directed towards Çré Çré Rädhä and Krishna. By their mercy, a desire tree has been generated in this world, and that can relieve the distress and lamentation of all people. By the mercy of Sri Sanātana Goswami, Sri Rūpa Gosvāmī, a desire tree has been generated in this world that can relieve the distress and lamentation of all people. Rūpa Gosvāmī, Sanātana Gosvāmī, they established the principle or the process to fulfill the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's the desire tree they established. It's a desire tree. What is the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? To distribute pure love for God, Krishna Prema. And they did this by writing many books. Many books they wrote. Sanātana Gosvāmī, Rūpa Gosvāmī. They discover also the holy places of Vrindavan and establish temples where the culture of bhakti is constantly discussed or established. Srila Prabhupada took shelter of Sanātana Gosvāmī, Rūpa Gosvāmī, and he got their blessings to establish this ISKCON, the society that is teaching us pure love of Godhead. The life or what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to distribute. Sanātana Gosvāmī, Rūpa Gosvāmī, they broadcasted this process and made it available for us. Look at the books they wrote. Look at their books. Nectar of Devotion. What contains inside this book, Nectar of Devotion? It's a treasure. They did this out of their costless mercy. Vrindavan was completely lost. Today we come to Vrindavan, we have many places to visit. It was lost. They came to re-establish this. So it is saying here, a desire tree has been generated in this world that can relieve the distress and lamentation of all people. Purport. Although the chanting of the holy names of the Lord are included among the 64 limbs of devotional service, still, in order to distinguish this limb from other limbs, Sri Narottam Das Thakur has again mentioned Sankirtan. Similarly, he has glorified the characteristics of the Vaishnavas with the phrase Vaishnava Charana Renu. Yet in order to specifically glorify the Gosvāmīs, he says Jaya, Sanātana, Rūpa, etc. The phrase Vaishnava Charana Renu generally includes all the Vaishnavas such as Sakya Vaishnavas, Vatsalya Vaishnavas, etc. Principally, there are 5 relationships in devotional service: Santa, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Ujjvala or Madhura. The quality of Santa rasa is to be fixed in Krishna. Dasya rasa is to serve the Lord. Sakya rasa is association with the Lord without any fear or hesitation, in a mood of equality. Vatsalya rasa is parental affection. Ujjvala rasa is conjugal mellows. As the qualities of each rasa are included in the next rasa, it has to be understood that each rasa is gradually superior to the previous. For example, Santaras. Santaras. He said here it is the quality of Santaras is to be fixed in Krishna. To be fixed in Krishna. That's the quality. Fixed in Krishna. We don't see much here. We don't see much of that in the material world. In the spiritual world, it is prominent, very, very prominent. Like the trees, the plants. Their Krishna consciousness is fixed. And when Krishna passes through them and he touches them, they are jubilant. That is how they express their feelings of love for Lord Krishna. And superior to Santaras is Dasya. So in Dasyaras, there are two qualities instead of one. So Dasyaras is superior to Santaras. It has two qualities. The stage of neutrality and the stage of having active nature. They are active. Like in Santa, there's no activity to express that feeling. So it is said it's fixed. But in Dasya, there is activity of service, rendering service, and varieties of service. And in Sakya, there has three qualities, which is superior to Dasya and is superior to Santaras. In Sakya, there is friendship. It is superior to Dasya because if you want to chant, you can chant aside. For me, we have 2 ears, but I don't hear 2 things at a time. It's only one thing. So I will do one thing at a time. We know Krishna Prema Bhakti. She can hear and she can chant at the same time. But still she has problem with Rūpa Kavira. She has problem with Rūpa Kavira because her position is very high. Rūpa Kavira's position was lower. So there was misunderstanding. So in environment where there's different levels of it, our position will be misunderstood. Even if you are very high to it, your position will be misunderstood. So it's better, to move with what is happening, or we move with the level where we are. So it will be easily understood. For example, if you walk into the group of Hare Krishna devotees, chanting Hare Krishna is easily understood. Everybody will appreciate you. If you walk into someone else's house who is not a devotee, they say, let's have Krishna. They say, what is this? What do you mean? Because they are not compatible. So, to chant in a class is offensive chanting because you're not going to hear. You're not going to hear the chanting. We will not also hear the class. So we miss 2 things. But Krishna Prema Bhakti he can do because he's a Prema Bhakta. She can hear, she can chant because she's on another level. So we are looking at Sakya. Sakya ras. Sakya ras is superior to Dasya ras, is superior to Santa. Because it has three qualities. The three qualities are there is exchange of love, which is superior to Dasya. In the Dasya, there is reverence. There is reverence in Dasya. There is also reverence in Sakya, because Sakya has two futures. Sakya has two futures, Dasya and a relationship which is with a friendship which is with reverence, and friendship which has no reverence. A friendship which is with reverence, that's the relationship between Lord Ramachandra and his other, it's actually say like Sugriva, they are friends. That's the relationship with reverence. Relationship without reverence is Krishna and the cowhead boys here in Vrindavan. So the relationship is different, it's superior. So Sakya has a higher nature that is superior to Dasya and superior to Santa. And then Vatsalya has four qualities. It is superior to Sakya, to Dasya, to Santa. It has an extra quality. The extra quality, the parental affection is very high. And then ujjvala rasa, it has five qualities. So it's superior to the remaining one. So in ujjvala rasa, Sringala rasa, the relationship is better. It is the topmost. So it is superior to that. These teachings the Gosvāmīs came to establish. They establish it. They live it. They establish it. They experiment it for us to see how it is like. They tested it and they left it for us. Their teachings are in the books. We can hear, we can see what they did, and we see how they live their life, how they practice their Krishna consciousness. So they left a jewel. A desire tree. They left a desire tree that whoever takes the shelter will also have our lamentations and our distress destroyed. Among the associates of ujjvala rasa, only those who are situated in the group of Śrīmati Radhika relish the highest unparalleled sweetness of Çré Çré Rädhä Madana Mohan. Yet among them, only the maid servants of Śrīmati Radhika are able to relish the topmost and wonderful sweetness of their lordships. Among the associates of ujjvala rasa, only those who are situated in the group of Śrīmati Radhika relish the highest unparalleled sweetness of Çré Çré Rädhä Madan Mohan. They are glorified. They are glorified in this way. The yogis have been trying since time immemorial. The yogis, they have been trying. They have been performing austerity. They have been performing severe concentration, trying to focus the mind to get Lord Krishna established in their heart. These many devotees are trying. Demigods, sages, and the yogis, they have been trying to fix Lord Krishna in their heart. But there is somebody who has already established Krishna in his heart, her heart. And the opposite is that while others are struggling to establish Krishna in their heart, she is trying to remove Krishna from her heart. That is Śrīmati Radharani and her associate. Is it not disease? That's a big disease. And I pray all of us will have that kind of disease. That is a disease everybody should have. Srimati Randi is thinking. This boy does not care for us. We have given him everything, our life. We have given our life, sacrificing even the chastisement of the elders. We sacrificed everything for this boy. He left us without considering our pains, without considering the sacrifice we made for him. Why should I waste my life to think about a person who doesn't who doesn't care about us? Remove him. Let's have something else to discuss. Let us discuss something else. But the problem is that they would never have something else to discuss. That is the problem. And what does that mean? It means that to be in Prema, Srimati Radharani and this is from the Rūpa Gosvāmī, Dagda Madhava. He said here they established by their mercy a desire tree has been generated. Rūpa Gosvāmī, he wrote this book, Dagda Madhava. He is explaining, he's describing to us the treasure they established for us. Lalita is telling Srimati Radharani, do not give yourself to Krishna. If you give yourself to Krishna, you will cry for eternity. If you give yourself to Krishna, you will cry for eternity. The next day, you told me not to give myself to Krishna, I will cry for eternity. But I have seen that you have done that already. So are you not going to cry for eternity? Do you want to cry for eternity? Do you want to cry for eternity? Do you want to cry for eternity? If you don't want, don't practice Krishna consciousness. Because if you practice Krishna consciousness, you will cry for eternity. That is what you are going to get. This is what the gopis they celebrate every day. This is their celebration every day. The gopis are not just selfless. We're talking about selflessness. We're talking about selfless. The gopis are not only selfless, they are self-forgetful. That is how their Krishna consciousness has reached. They are self-forgetful. They left the house early in the morning to go and fetch water. They spend the whole day discussing about Krishna, and the evening they return back to the house without fetching the water. The Gosvāmīs, they gave us this. This is what they gave to us. They are self-forgetful. And that is Krishna. That is pure Krishna consciousness. We following their footsteps. If you want to be in that situation, then you should continue Krishna consciousness. If you want to be in that situation, where it is not a practice, not just a philosophy, that you should remember Krishna, but there's a stage where you will constantly remember Krishna. There's no question of no no Krishna consciousness for some time. Yesterday somebody asked me, what is the symptom of a pure devotee who has attained pure love of Godhead? So we said, those who have attained pure love of Godhead will never forget Krishna for any moment. Never. They are 24 hours Krishna conscious. And there are different levels of pure devotion, pure devotee, different levels. The topmost, we are talking about, we will never discuss Vatsalya. We will not about Vatsalya. Srimati Yashodamai. She is 24 hours Krishna conscious. Never a moment she forget Krishna. But her husband is not on that level. Nana Maharaj is not on that level. Only Yashoda Mai is on that level. That she can think of Krishna 24 hours, non-stop. That is a nature. That is her nature. That is her nature. Why? Because she is the expansion of the eternal energy of Krishna. Eternal. Means what? Means, what is the meaning of that? Yashoda Maya. Expansion of the eternal energy, the eternal potential of Krishna. Srimati Radharani, this expansion. So she cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours. That is fixed. That is her nature. She cannot go beyond that. She is the Vatsalya Prem personified. Vatsalya Prem personified. Yet among them, only the maidservant of Srimati Radharani are able to relish the topmost wonderful sweetness of their lordships. See, Sanātana Gosvāmī said, Lord Krishna is the property of the maidservant of Srimati Radharani. They own Krishna. Krishna is the property. Therefore, they have the highest enjoyment. Many Sakis cannot see the most confidential persons of Sri Radha Madhava, but the maidservant of Srimati Radharani are able to bathe in the waters of matchless sweet transcendental mellows. Many Sakis cannot see the most confidential persons of Sri Radha Madhava. But the maidservant of Srimati Radharani are able to bathe in the waters of matchless sweet transcendental mellows. These maidservants are called manjaris, unblossomed buds of the desire tree in the form of Sri Radhika. What is the reason for this? What is the reason? Many Sakis cannot see the most confidential persons of Sri Radha and Madhava. But the maidservant of Srimati Radharani are able to bathe in these waters of matchless sweet transcendental mellows. These maidservants are called manjaris. Unblossomed buds of the desire creeper in the form of Sri Radhika. Manjaris they enjoy more than the Sakis. Why do they enjoy more than the Sakis? The symptoms of enjoyment found on the limbs of Sri Radhika are also manifested on the limbs of the Manjaris, the male servant of Srimati Radharani. Sri Rūpa Manjari and Sri Lavanga Manjari are none other than Sri Rūpa Gosvāmī and Sanātana Gosvāmī. The Manjaris are younger. They are younger. They are small. And the Sakis are bigger. So children are innocent. The Manjaris are innocent. Therefore, they can be with Krishna. When Radha and Krishna are intimately related, the Manjaris can be there, but the Sakis will be outside. At best, they be finding Krishna from outside. The fan is not this kind of fan. The fan is differently made. It's made of wood from the forest. Not just wood. It's all made of jewels. It's all made of jewels. So there is a long stick from outside to inside. Like you are connecting. You want to fix air condition. The machine is outside. You can identify with this way. So you have to use our language so you can identify with it. So the air condition, the engine is outside. Then you connect the pipe there from to inside. So the Sakis, they put the stick inside with other stick around it like a blade, and it is connected. You have to punch the wall to that side, the kunj to that side. So they are outside. Like this, it's suspended like this. So when you push it down and push it up, push it down, and also so it's fanning rather than Krishna inside. So they don't see what is inside because they are standing outside. But the Manjaris, they are inside. So they can see everything. So Narottam Das Thakur is saying here, the symptoms of enjoyment found on the limbs of Sri Radhika are almost manifested on limbs of the Manjaris. The male servant of Srimati Radhika, Sri Rūpa Manjari and Sri Lavanga Manjaris are none other than Sri Rūpa Gosvāmī and Sanātana Gosvāmī. So they enjoy more than the Sakis. Both are the topmost relishas of ujjvala rasa or madhurya rasa. Therefore, Sri Narottam Das Thakur has described them as ujjvala rasa tanu, the personification of ujjvala rasa. Sri Narottam Das Thakur has not described Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanātana as the ocean of loving devotional mellows. Rather, he has described them as the well of loving devotional mellows. The reason being that the water of the ocean is mixed with the waters of various rivers. However, the water of the well is not. Similarly, the loving devotional service preached by Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanātana is not mixed with the rivers in the form of dhyan and yoga. It is not mixed. A river has many waters to come there, so these varieties are there. But the well has only one water. So it means that it is concentrated. Well water is concentrated. The devotion of Rūpa and Sanātana Gosvāmī is not mixed with dhyan. It is concentrated. It's pure bhakti. Only pure bhakti. This loving devotional service is original and pure. Hence, that Narottam Das Thakur has used well instead of ocean. Another reason is that a thirsty person cannot quench his thirst and be cool by drinking the water of a river or pond in the summer. The water of the well remains very cool, however. Therefore, the well of devotional service is able to cool a thirsty person, whereas Gyan and Yoga are not able to extinguish the fire of lamentation and illusion of the living entities in this age of Kali, who are afflicted by the threefold miseries of material nature. So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakura said, Gyan, the Gyan is very, very dry. We know something which is very dry. There is no rasa in this sea. This wood is very dry. There is no rasa here. There is no rasa here. It's very dry. At best, it can wound you. Our body is soft, softer than this. So there is rasa here. But not here, because this is too dry. Gyan is like that. It's not soft. It's very dry. Therefore, there is no juice inside. Bhakti is ocean of nectar. Therefore, it is juicy. And it is not, it is a flowing river of juice. That is Bhakti. And that is what Rūpa Gosvāmī established for us. Not Gyan. Although they are the topmost knowledgeable personalities in the world. What they give to us is Bhakti Vedanta. Bhakti Vedanta. Bhakti Vigyan. Not Gyan. The processes of Gyan and Yoga cannot fully destroy lamentation and distress. It cannot. Because it's very dry. Something which is very dry cannot quench our taste. Will you be satisfied if you are eating only cookies? Will you be satisfied? Will you be satisfied if you eat sabji? You satisfied? You're satisfied? Yes, because it's soft. It's vegetable, so it's natural for the body. But the cookies will not give you any nourishment. It's dry, very, very dry. So those who eat cookies alone will be dry. You take sabji, you'll be soft and happy. That's the process of Gyan. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, speaking to Murari Gupta, he said, Gyan and karma make the heart very dull. Our sense will become very dull. Therefore, no intelligent person should go for Gyan and karma. We should go for Bhakti. Because it is not dry. It is fresh. Always fresh. Devotional service alone is able to completely destroy the fire of material lamentation and misery of the living entity situated in the kingdom of Maya, thereby helping them to release the sweet mellows of Çré Çré Rädhā and Krishna. Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanātana are the shelter of this cooling, sweet, loving devotional mellow. Hence, they are addressed as rasa kūpa. That is why even today, many living entities are forgetting their lamentation and misery by drinking from the well of mellows in the form of devotional scriptures composed by Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanātana Gosvāmīs, and are being satisfied by relishing these devotional mellows. Sanātana Das Thakura has addressed Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanātana Gosvāmīs as the personifications of the desired trees of devotional service. Therefore, it is most auspicious to take shelter of the lotus feet. Sri Rūpa Sanātana Gosvāmī ki Hare Krishna. Comment? Not envy. There's no envy in Goloka. Envy exists only here in the material world. Kavi Kanapura Goswami. Srila Kavi Gosvami described that in his Ananda Vrindavan Champu. There is no envy. So he said, Matsarya. It doesn't mean envy in the spiritual world. It means different thing. Because there's no sinful person there. There's no envy there. Everything there is based on love. Everything. They cannot enter because they are grown-up men. They are grown-up ladies. So Radha and Krishna will be shy to express themselves between them. In their middle. Will be shy. But the Manjaris, they will not be shy because they are children. They're children. So they will not feel shy. They are innocent. They don't understand it. Of course, they are not innocent. They are fully they are full aware of everything. But that nature is there. That okay, they are children. They will not understand anything. When Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, they came to test the chastity of who? They came to test the chastity. Who? Anasuya. They came to test her chastity. And the potency of her chastity transformed Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva into babies, small children. Can you understand? This chastity so powerful that Lord Vishnu was turned a small boy. Along with Brahma. These are the controllers of the universe. These are the controllers. Not just controller. Lord Vishnu is, they control everything, including Nasuya. But he came under her control because of the potency of chastity. They said, they came to say, one day husband is not so she wanted to, generally the woman will not accept the guest in the house if the husband is not there. It's a man, will not accept. But she's a divine lady, so she knew that these are not ordinary people. Lord Vishnu is my house. So she welcomed, oh please, sit down. You're my guest, I have to offer you something. So say, yes, you can offer us something only if you are naked before us. She didn't say, oh, what nonsense is that? She didn't say that. She said, hey, no problem. There is no problem at all. I will serve you like that. So she turned all of them into babies and served them naked. Suppose she forgets. What will happen to them? Suppose he forgets to bring them back to man. The universe will close down. That is the potency of women. Therefore, the women are called less intelligent because they don't know how to use what they have. That's one reason. So she served them in that way. It's a baby, so they don't know the difference. So the Manjaris are babies or kinkaris. They are children. They are not grown. They are not big yet. So they will not see the difference. But the Sakis, they are big. So they know. Right? Yes, sir. The service they do. They do service. They issue, they, like you said, they're giving fruit. Eh? So they're doing service. They, they, they don't have exchanges. Like Dacia will exchange. Or like Dacia will exchange. That they don't have. But service they can always do. No, there is. That is a ordinary way. That is a elementary understanding about Santa. It's more than that. Yes, they have a wonderful service. They grow. They grow. They are fresh. That means this life. Yes, Madura is in Madura Rasa is here in the material world. It's here in the material world, in Vaikuntha, and also in Goloka. Madura in the material world is contaminated. Is contaminated. The sweetness here, but this contaminated one. In Vaikuntha, it is a pure one. It's a pure one. And in Goloka, is the best. There's nothing mixed. In Vaikuntha, it is mixed with knowledge. In Vaikuntha, it is in Goloka, free with this. Knowledge is 100% absent. That's the difference.
In the purview of bhakti, we have there's also jnana and karma. In bhakti as well, we have the stages of jnana and karma. As you are telling that madhurya is there, that is mixed with karma and vaikuntha. So in bhakti also we have jnana and karma, different stages or part of it. Like if we are working and offering this, it's karma. It's bhakti. How? I want to understand. Are they also part of it? I mean, besides being them existing isolated way, in bhakti also there is regular.
There is knowledge in bhakti. Otherwise, how will you understand? How will you understand if there's no knowledge? Huh? What is the nature of the spirit soul? What is the nature? Sat Chit Ananda. What is Chit? Chit Shakti means what? Yeah, it's knowledge. Knowledge to understand ourselves and Krishna. And Krishna also knows his supreme position, the supreme God. So that is there. But not the speculative knowledge which is here. Which is here. It's speculative knowledge. So it's looking like knowledge. But it is a speculative knowledge. And in the material sense, not knowledge is an information. So both is there through the three sections. Both are there. But here what you consider knowledge is not knowledge, it's an information. Higher than that is Gyan, which is very dry because it's speculative. And above the Goloka, we have a Bhakti Gyan. What the Rūpa and Sanātana Gosvāmī are giving to us? Knowledge. Alright? Yes, very good.
When we say take shelter of Guru, it means that we should continuously meditate on the physical feet of the Guru, or it means something else.
The Guru is not the physical not the physical future. That is not the guru. Because that physical form will disappear after some time. So the physical form of the spiritual master is not the essence. The essence is the spiritual. The spiritual. What he has established. Yes, we meditate on the feet of a spiritual master. Suppose you are a spiritual master, body is amputated. What will you do? What will you do? Suppose it's amputated, what will you do? You will see your spiritual master with one leg? Huh? How will you see? Does it make? You understand? So what will you see? Huh? If your spiritual master, my spiritual master was amputated, so what would the meditation of the disciples? Your guru has one leg? Huh? How will you do meditation? The spiritual master does not have one leg. He will never have one leg. His feet is like the lotus, so the feet is always there. So it is not just the physical. You must always see him complete in the meditation. That is spiritual. You must also always see him complete. So one devotee asked me, how will you? So if you are 10 perfection, you are going back to Godhead. So you will, when you go to a spiritual world, you see a spiritual master, this form in Goloka. This is not what I'm going to see. But when you dream about him, this is what you're going to see in your dream. This is what you see. Because this is what we identify with. But when we transcend and back to Godhead, what we'll see will be the spiritual, original form of the spiritual master. This is what you're going to see. God is eternal. Make sense? We should establish our connection with the spiritual master. So what does it mean, establishing connection? It is not the form we are establishing the connection with. We are establishing our spiritual relationship with the spiritual master. Our spiritual relationship. That is what we are establishing. And those who are successful in establishing this spiritual relationship with the spiritual master, the physical body of the spiritual master, either present or not present, they would never have any problem with their progress in Krishna consciousness. Never. Because you are functioning on the spiritual platform. Those who function only within the physical body, when the spiritual master physical body will not be present, they will have a lot of problem. They will have problem. So we should not do hero worship, but we should do Guru Puja. Guru Puja is different from hero worship. Hero worship is just the personality, just that person. Everything ends there, not beyond to the spiritual. The spiritual master has a form so he can identify with us and give us a spiritual vision, spiritual eye, spiritual realization, a spiritual existence. Establish us with Krishna. That is our eternal relationship we have with the spiritual master. And that should be maintained. So before he leaves, we should establish that relationship. So we have nothing to worry. But what is asking? So if my spiritual master goes back to Godhead before me, so when I will leave my body, what will happen? What will happen? In the Bible, Jesus said, I am going to to prepare a place for you. I'm going to prepare a place for you. So, what is the problem? He's going to make a, put the house in order. Say, would you come? You have your room to stay. So there's nothing like, what will happen to me? You go back home, back to God. First of all of us sitting here, we already have an eternal relationship with Krishna. Originally, it is here. And by the time we are quitting this body, what we have been practicing all along, what has been our concentration, a devotee who has established a relationship with Krishna, his or her meditation every day is Radha Shama Sundar. Every day, this is what they are meditating, Radha Shama Sundar. You're begging. Vrindavan Das Thakur is teaching. Non-Eternal Prabhu, Çré Çré Rädhä-Kåñëa, please place your lotus feet on the throne of my heart. On the throne of my heart. That is your meditation. So when we are leaving this body, what will you get? You're going to get this. This is what you're going to get. Radha and Krishna. This will be of this thing. And the relationship which we have, it is eternally there. It will be revealed before we change the body. If you are going back to Godhead, what is our eternal relationship with Krishna will be known. No speculation. It will be known. This is what I am. Whether you are a Saki, or you are a Manjari, or you are a Gopi, or you are a Gopa, or your father, or whatever we are, to be revealed to us. To be revealed. So we know what we are before going there. There's no confusion. What I'm going to be, there's no confusion. Am I a peacock? Am I am I a crane? Or am I a monkey there? Or it will be there in the heart. In the heart will show you. Yes. No confusion. That's why I said there's no confusion. Not that somebody come and tell you. Your heart will be revealed. You see everything. Everything. Fully. Yes.
I want to know that Darsyaras in Golo, Darsyaras there is some references there for the master in general sense that we understand. But in Golok it is free from all interference. How do we understand Darsyaras free from all interference?
It is free because there is nothing like reverence in Dasya. All the servants in the spiritual world, they don't have any reverence for Krishna. They are free. They are free in their services for the Krishna. There's no question of, there is master and relationship. Master and the servant relationship is in Vaikuntha, not in Goloka. In Goloka, there is free. And there, you see one person who has more than 1, 2 rasas. Not only one. Like Uddhava has many rasas with Krishna. Not only one. He's a servant, he's a counselor. Counselor is superior. He's a counselor, he's a friend, he's a counselor, he's a servant. All put together. He exhibits all this. That is Goloka. Hare Krishna. Narottam Das Thakur. Hare Krishna. Sorry. We'll continue because the time has gone.